Originals.
Let's fire the clean machine. Don't press that button. Incredible. What up? It's me, Russel Hobbs, with the Gorillaz podcast. Yeah, welcome to Things I Like. Today, I'm gonna speak to little Simz, recent inductee into Gorillaz Academy.
Yes.
Yeah. How you doing?
I'm good. It's a pleasure to be here. It's exciting.
Great to have you.
Good times, man.
Right now, we're in the middle of a Gorillaz tour, so gotta ask, how's it going? You enjoying yourself?
I've been loving the tour. It's been definitely one of the highlights of my entire existence, for sure.
Yeah.
This is incredible.
Any particular moment or moments?
I think the moment that kick-started it and was like, yo, this is insane, was probably Demon Days.
Okay. The festival?
Yeah. And from that just was like, all right, this is about to get nuts. That's when I think it clicked. But every show that I've been a part of since then has been great, yeah.
So, how'd you get hooked up with Gorillaz?
Man, I guess it all kick-started one summer day in London. I actually got introduced to the team via Kano. Kano was the link.
Right.
And he kind of just made that happen, man, which I'm so grateful for. And, you know, Kano is someone that has always had my back and is obviously a legend in this, as we all know.
For sure.
It's K.A. Look, skip on the beat like Ollie in the gym. Honey, I'm home, this is where I wanna live. Just found it like Nemo on the D-Lo. I don't know if it's green, but it's green though. On the other side of the fence, bite to the ends. Look, no vets, no.
Yeah, it started with Garage Palace. I remember I came in the studio with you guys and it was a vibe. Dane was playing me some of the other songs off the record, and I just remember feeling like, oh my god, like this is sick, but this is also so nerve-wracking because he's shown me where the bar is. So it's like, I know I can't come in with nothing less than that, you know what I'm saying? But no one made me feel like that. It's just me putting that on myself because I knew I wanted to deliver and I wanted to do well and I wanted, obviously, whatever we create to be amazing. So, he played me Garage Palace and, you know, explained the idea, and instantly I just like, Palace Flows, rainbows. I remember that was just like in my head, and then wrote my verses. I remember the original version we done, he had messed with my vocals a bit and we'd pitch stuff down and slow stuff down. Just really like, I guess I'm getting to know his style working and he was getting to know mine. So it's always fun to like have that process together, I guess. And now we've managed to create something that goes off everywhere we play it. So it's incredible.
In tune with myself, on in my mind is my weakness. With a strength, you might surprise yourself. Never deny yourself, and living in space is my thesis. I know you need this. I'm prone to run out of pieces that might connect to something bigger. All in your mind can follow me, you should consider. Look at the time, I'm probably later than ever. What did you find? We're coming here and dealing with pressure. I looked to the heavens and I saw open gates. I walked up and then I paused.
Love that tune. So, let me hear a little about that song. What you trying to say?
Garage Palace. I guess for me, it's almost like, I feel like I've always been, you know, someone to defy the odds. I've always kind of gone against the grain. I've always kind of done things a bit unorthodox and kind of challenged the things that haven't been challenged before. And I feel like in this song, I was blessed enough to have the opportunity to express that in a little bit more depth. Palace flows, rain falls from the heavens to my palace rooftop when a light shines. Very out of body, out of sight, out of mind, I guess, conceptual-wise. And More so, I think the song's about reaching heights that haven't been reached before.
Got you.
Is what I get from it. But everyone will listen to it and everyone will have their different interpretations of what, and that's the thing I love about art as well. It's open for interpretation. So what it means to me might not mean that to someone else or another listener, you know what I mean? So, that's what's so great about the record. But then some people listen to the record and not even think that deep into it because it just sounds like a hit or a club song or whatever the case, you know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, there's so many different layers to it, I feel. It's wicked.
So now I want to talk about your album, because what you've been talking about sounds like you're into the surreal in a major way. What was your reason for making the record? What kind of record did you want to make? Stillness
in Wonderland, for me, do you know, it's actually crazy. Basically, before I even had the name, I would be at certain places at certain times and little things would keep popping up that referred back to Alice in Wonderland. And it actually popped up that day I was in the studio with you guys. I remember we was working and then we went upstairs and me and Dane was having it out on table tennis, and on the TV was Alice in Wonderland. And it was like, damn, like, why at these points in my life is Alice in Wonderland keep popping up, like at these very important times in my life? And when things like that happen, I'm a person, I can't just like look past it, I have to read into that. Anyway, long story short, I ended up naming my album Stillness in Wonderland. And at the time I was making the record, I just felt my story and Alice's story had similar correlation. There was like agreeable symmetry in terms of entering a world which for me at this point, I felt like coming into the industry was just like a different world. I went down a rabbit hole and ended up in a forum. It's like, what? Like, you know, and the whole thing of following the white rabbit, following my intuition, following, you know, just reading the signs, that was all coming to me. And it just felt like it would be sick to challenge this idea and create a piece that felt visual as well as audio.
I got you.
Yeah, so when you listen to the record, it actually feels like you're immersed in Wonderland, you know.
Sure.
I was blessed enough to work with people that helped me bring that to life with the interludes and having the Cheshire Cat, and just little things that I was able to play on. So yeah, it was cool making the record. I made it whilst I was on tour as well, so that inspired, of course, my writing in terms of what I'm seeing, what I'm feeling, what I'm experiencing, being away from home. So that all kind of came into play, and then taking it above and beyond and pushing the boundaries and doing a comic, which again, I wanted it to be more than just the music. I wanted it to feel like a whole world. I'm creating my whole character as well, being really inspired by what you guys do, you know. So yeah, that was kind of the ethos, I guess, behind it.
All right, yeah. So what other versions of you do you think there are that you'd like to explore? Other sides of little Simz that we don't know about yet?
I guess the side of the musician, because I play instruments. I know a lot of people just think I write raps and that's it, but I'm a very musical person. I play the guitar, I play drums a little, I play keys, so I really want that to come as well to the forefront, and for people to see that side of me. I feel, and I think there's always ways to do that, but I think through my live shows is probably the key. Yeah, is the way, yeah, for sure. But as well, I don't know, I'm just excited to grow. I don't even know what sides I have to me, you know what I mean? I'm 23, I'm still like figuring it out. I might get to 25 and realize, oh shit, like I didn't know I'm good at that, or this is a side that I think people should see. So I think as I'm just getting older, I'm just growing and learning more about myself and surprising myself along the way. So anytime I find something new, I'll be sure to let you guys know. For sure.
So you made a comic for your last album. What's your favorite comic book?
My favorite comic book, I don't know if I have a favorite. I'm actually reading the Avengers right now, the comic series. It's pretty cool. I've never gotten into it.
So what's that saying to you?
A lot. I mean, I haven't finished it, but it's a good read. It's a fun read. And again, I'm reading it with different things in mind. I feel like, I don't know, I've always been a person that has always kind of been in my own world. Even from when I was younger, I've just always kind of been in my own little bubble, and I've always been very imaginative and very I've just always been that way inclined, and so I think that kind of shows in my music when I go to talk about these things or challenge these concepts, or make a comic book that involves me being a superhero, or being, it's just always been in me. And I've always been into music that I feel like is story based. I can understand the story, I can understand what the artist is going through, or sometimes it's not even through lyrics. Sometimes I could just hear that through sounds. Like I can hear a journey through an instrumental with no words. I can feel it even, so I've just always kind of, I guess, seen music that way, kind of look deeper than the surface.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Lil Simz, for coming through today. Thanks for the chat. Thanks for the insight. See you soon. Thanks for listening to Gorillaz Podcast with Deezer. Now get out. That was funny.
Deezer Originals.